All right, Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the Akim out there, preaching his word in truth and sincerity. This is Brother Shamar coming back with another lesson, and this is basically going to be uh, uh, something on the news real quick. So, like, this is an article I came across the other day, and or really just this morning, and as you can see, it says California just agreed to send up to $1,000 monthly checks to residents in nation's first guaranteed income program. And this is basically UBI, like universal basic income. And this is going to be something that's more than likely going to be becoming the new norm as time goes on. Because, since the pandemic and all happened, now there's a big gap between the rich and the poor, so to speak, and a lot of people that are still in poverty and that haven't recovered financially from everything being locked down. So now there are different lawmakers and all that trying to get this to be passed and become normalized pretty much. And this is probably just going to be the start of it. They're going to experiment, see how it works out here, and slowly you're going to see, state by state, start accepting, that it works, so to speak, and approve it to where every state has a program for UBI. And if that does happen, you're pretty much just more dependent upon the government now because that's free money they're giving you literally for doing nothing. And that's just going to make you more of a more dependent upon the government because people are already dependent when they was getting those unemployment money, those stimulus checks, and now they got the child tax credit thing where you're going to be getting money every month now for each child that you got. So all this free money that the government is giving out, of course, is bringing America further into debt, as well as making people get used to that lifestyle of receiving money for literally doing nothing. Now, as that money starts to come in more and more, like as far as if they do the UBI, they're going to require you to do certain things to be able to receive that money. And you already know what the part of the requirements will be. It's going to end up leading to you having to take that charagma, as well as you doing whatever he tells you, whether it's like you got to be up to date on these jabs, you got to be doing this, doing that. And it's basically just opening that doorway for all those things to happen. So I'm going to read a little bit of this and then just hit some precepts. And it says, in the first of its kind state initiative, California lawmakers just approved a program to distribute monthly checks to residents, marking a step toward a universal basic income in the country. On Thursday, California legislators unanimously approved a $35 million guaranteed income program funded by taxpayer dollars, in which residents can receive monthly checks of up to $1,000. The text of the bill says the program would prioritize residents who age out of the foster system and pregnant people. It does not contain restrictions for spending the monthly payments. And this is just a quote from somebody that says, "I'd like to thank my colleagues for partnering with me on this important work and investing in this concept that will uplift the lives of many." State Senator Dave Cortez, who advocated for the program, said in a statement, "I'm excited that 40 million Californians will now get a chance to see how guaranteed income works in their own communities." Kersey added that this program was modeled after a successful universal basic income program in Santa Clara County last year that offered $1,000 monthly checks for a year to young adults who were no longer eligible for foster care. The idea of a universal basic income is becoming increasingly popular after the pandemic spurred Congress to approve 3 stimulus checks for Americans some Democrats called to continue those checks well beyond the end of the pandemic. And that's pretty much the main point of it. And they're basically saying, how pretty much that if they sent out more free money to the people, that it will be helping close the imbalances of poverty, income, and wealth between white Americans and Americans of color. And now, like I was saying, by them doing that, you know, that's only going to be making you more dependent upon the government, because look at the people now, for instance, right? The average American, as far as the ones who work these what job these customer service jobs, like being a waiter and things like that, fast food service. By you sitting at home and getting unemployment, you're actually making more money than you would be by actually working that type of job now. So what did the average person do instead of working those jobs? They are actually sitting at home getting free money, making more than they would by actually going into work. So this is the type of system that Esau has created, to where people are comfortable living that type of lifestyle where you receive free money without having to do anything. And that's like a setup in itself, because the moment he takes that away from you, then you're just out there and you stuck. You're through. You have to come bend into him to do whatever he tells you to do, basically, to keep receiving that money and that aid. And that's their so-called solution to fixing the gap between the rich and the poor, is by making you dependent upon that UBI, which is universal basic income. All right. And like I said, this is a concept, that's more than likely going to continue to get pushed in different states, as well as for more and more people. Right now there's just strictly for, it's saying, pregnant women and people in the foster care system or whatever, but it's going to be spread more widely to the every single person down there. As far as people they consider in poverty. All right. But this is Ecclesiastes 7:7. It says, "Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart." Now here it is. You're literally being, oppressed as far as everything that Esau is trying to do now, due to what the so-called pandemic has caused. They're just basically taking more and more of your rights away. You can't say nothing about it now. You know, they're trying to ban you off of social media or any platform for you speaking against their anything dealing with what they're pushing as, true information or science or whatnot. So they're trying to quiet you down to where you can't speak up against it. And as well as they're taking away your rights by being, into your business with dealing with that. All right. Here it is. It may get to a point to where you literally can't even work unless you have the job, and all these other things that you're seeing just slowly show you don't have any rights here. But the moment that they approve UBI for everybody, nobody's going to have an issue. The people not having an issue now just because they're getting free money, whether it's from the unemployment or whatever else other programs they have out there to give you free money. Now this is just keeping the people. This is basically like hush money, keeping the people, um, at ease, so to speak. In the meantime, because things are only getting worse and worse. All right. Here it is. Gas is like out the roof. Inflation's hitting and all that. And what's their solution? Giving you more money. And people are so stupid, them not knowing that by printing more dollars, that causes inflation in itself, because the value of the dollar, as far as the power of its spending value, goes down when they print more money. But this is their solution, printing out more money for free and giving it to the people to get you used to that type of lifestyle where you're getting free money. And then you're not going to want to lose that once you have it. All right. Once you're at that point to where you don't have to work, you literally just stay at home and make free money, which people have been doing. This is getting you to the point to where you're actually used to living that type of lifestyle, so to speak, to where you don't have to get up and go work. You're just collecting free money, sitting at home, not having to do anything. At least for now, Like I said, they're gonna start requiring you to do things to keep receiving that money later down the line. All right. Now this is second Ezra, the ninth chapter. I'm gonna start at verse second Ezra 9:9. Then shall they be in pitiful case which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. Now this is going to come to the masses of our people, in the near future. Here it is. We've been telling you that all these things are coming. Esau's getting ready to come with that great wrath. He's finna be, just coming down on the people harder than ever in the near future. And our people are not taking heed. All right, it's going to be, like we've been saying, famine, death, pestilence, real pestilence. Sorry, not no artificial fake stuff that he's pushing in the media. It's going to be real plagues coming into Babylon. All right. And that's when our people, 2/3 of them, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, are going to be in pitiful case. All right. Verse 10, it says, for such as in their lives have received benefits and have not known me. And that's exactly what you see going on now. All right. Yeah, here it is. People haven't, all the jobs that people lost, they haven't got back in the working field, so to speak. But look at what they're doing. They're giving these people free money. So you don't need to go back and find you another job for people that was working, fast food or being a waiter, stuff like that. Here it is. They're just literally giving you benefits. You can get unemployment, food stamps. If you have kids, now you're getting money for those kids on top of all those things. So you're literally making all the type of money to where you don't have to even work now, just by so-called finessing the system, which it isn't even finessing the system. Esau wants you to rely on the system. But people are so dumb that they don't realize that, our people are simple. All right, that's why it says that our people receive those benefits and have not known Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You receiving those benefits, who's it make you acknowledge and look up to? All right, Esau, the so-called white man. He's the one that's giving you all these things and got all these programs to give you free money. So then our people, they're not relying on Yahweh Shem Yahushai for their daily bread or for, the next thing to do, the next move to make. They're looking at Esau as he's their, basically he's their God. All right. Because he got all these programs and different things to give you free money and to rely off of his system. You're going to be worshiping his system in order to keep surviving because you've been surviving based off of this system itself. All right. And you can see where things are heading, man. All right. All this stuff he's been giving you for free, you think he's going to keep on doing this forever and not require anything from you? Our people, you're sadly mistaken if you believe that, And our people don't even think that far ahead as far as what's going to be required out of you to keep on receiving these things. You're just accepting it, like, okay, it's cool, it's all good, it's going to keep on staying like this. Then the moment he pull everything away from you, you're done. You literally at his will, so to speak, doing whatever he tell you to do to keep on receiving those things. All right. And then, yeah, like I said, our people don't know Yahweh Shem Yahushai because you're so used to surviving off of all the free stuff that Esau's giving to you. You're not looking up to or relying on Yahweh Shem Yahushai for how you going to survive another day. So then when all hell breaks loose, what are our people going to do? They're going to go run into the same person who's been giving you all these things and seeking help from him. The same guy which is your enemy according to the scriptures, who you're not supposed to trust. All right. You don't even know that this is all part of his plan to get you hooked basically. He's been giving it to you for free, and then he's just gonna take it away from you and say like, all right, now we got to start having certain set requirements in order for you to get these things. All right. So our people are done, man. That's why it says that, that our people haven't known Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man, because you're too used to receiving all these benefits and living comfortably here in Babylon, man. All right. And this is all a big setup. All right. Getting you super comfortable here and everything right before he start rolling on you, man. All right. He gonna force you, all right, to take that implant, and then you ain't gonna be able to turn it down because you've been living off of his system for so long that you don't know any other way to live but by, you know, following whatever he tells you to do, pretty much. All right, continuing on, it says, "And they that have loathed my law, while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not but despised it, the same must know it after death by pain." And that's what you're gonna see happening to the majority of our people, man. All right, all of our people that's so reliant upon the government and upon Esau and upon his system. When all these things get taken away from you, all right, you're gonna be just stuck out there, man. Instead of you relying on Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, you've been relying on your enemy, and then you relying on your enemy, that's gonna lead to your destruction ultimately. And he's setting the stage up perfectly for you to be stuck out there and through, man. You relying solely off of the government to provide for you. He could easily take everything away from you, but that doesn't cross our people's mind, man. And that's why you're going to be stuck out there and caught, man. All right. When all these things get taken away from you and all that hell, start coming upon you, hey, you ain't gonna be able to escape it, man. Because why that a gift destroys your heart, man. You didn't you instead of you leaning upon Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai in these times and lean upon him for ways to provide for you, giving you a way to provide and sustain yourself or your daily bread. What are you doing? Your masses of our people are leaning upon the system and upon Esau and everything else that he's giving you, which is all this free money. That's just doing what? Corrupting you and getting you more dependent upon him, which is exactly what he wants, man. But our people don't realize that. They're not going to realize it until it's too late. All right. And then that's when our people are going to try to call upon the Heavenly Father when you can't receive those benefits no more. When you're stuck out there catching hell. All right. Hey, but it says the same going to know it after death by pain. So you choosing the ways of Esau and following after the system and choosing the ways of the system is ultimately going to lead to your destruction, man. And he's just setting it up perfectly by having people be dependent upon it, you know. Hey, so with that, I'm going to wrap up and give all praises again to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rakak Wadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And Shalom to the Akim out there preaching his word in truth and sincerity. Shalom.